Hello everyone, this is Colin once again. I'm making this video because I watched the most recent video by Wayman29 and thought he was talking about some interesting stuff, and then I was reminded that I have a YouTube channel, which I haven't done a video in about 2 months or so, it says. So, like many of you know, I am in school and I work. So that has a lot to do with why I've been very busy, because the semester is in full swing, and with the combination of that and work, it makes it difficult for me to stop and do things like what I'm doing right now and actually make a video. I've still been reading a lot and thinking a lot, but yeah, I just haven't really been very active on here, and I know that many people have been sending me personal messages throughout the past couple months, and I've been neglecting them. Um, some individuals have been sending me random messages about the various political developments that have been happening around the world. Some individuals have been sending me articles, talking about Muslims and Islam, and in some way, some of the articles are saying like, oh, look what this one extremist did over here. How can you follow this religion? And and then on the other hand, it's how could you believe, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I've been ignoring messages like that, mainly because I'm I'm really done at this point. I'm done debating with people. I'm not interested. Um, as I've documented in my most recent videos and blog posts for anybody who really cares, I have come a long way from where I was when I started this channel to where I am now, as far as my personal views. And in the near future, I'm probably going to make a few videos about my current theological position. It hasn't really changed very much. The direction that I've been going, where I've embraced the scholars from southern Spain, the Muslim scholars such as Ibn Arabi, Ibn Hazm, and Averroes, or Ibn Rushd, that's still very much on my mind. I've been reading the commentary of the Message of the Quran by Muhammad Asad, reading some of his other works, and that really appeals to me, and also the writings of the modern American Muslim writer Michael Muhammad Knight. And I've said this in past videos. And so I feel like how I understand Islam for me, and how I understand what it means for me to be a Muslim, an American Muslim, in the 21st century, I've made peace with that. So I'm willing to discuss subjects and topics. I've had individuals who have sent me private messages asking me my views on specific theological points. And I've actually had really great conversations back and forth with individuals where, we can say that we agree to disagree. And they may think that I'm completely, crazy, which is fine. But that's why I've, basically at this point agreed with myself to not respond to certain messages, because I think it's a waste of time. If people out there, on one hand, I have individuals who are saying, okay, you don't consider yourself a quote-unquote orthodox Muslim anymore. And then they take exception to the fact that I hold certain views, and they feel like it's imperative for them to tell me that what I think is completely crazy, or that the scholars that I feel make sense to me, that I shouldn't be following them. I should be following a certain way of following Islam. The funny thing is, even back when I considered myself a Ash'ari, Shafi, Sunni, I had people telling me the same exact thing. So what I've learned is that you really can never please everyone, and nor should you try. On the other hand, I have individuals who, like I've mentioned earlier in this video, who send me links saying, oh, look at these crazy people over here, how could you follow their religion? And I don't agree with those people that in those articles, whatever those articles are. I'm not those people over there. That's not me. So you don't need to show me an article where someone who happens to be a Muslim does X, Y, and Z. If they're not me, that's their business. I'm living my life. There you go. But again, you can't please everybody. So in the future, I'm going to be making videos where I'd like to talk. Farhan and I kind of lost track of each other. I was talking to Farhan Qureshi. We were going back and forth about Jung, Carl Jung, excuse me, and psychology and spirituality and things like that, and we kind of lost track of each other. And I hope that he and I can start talking again because I enjoyed going back and forth with him about various topics. So Farhan, if you end up watching this video, I'd like to jump back into it. I know you're real busy, like I said, so am I. So it'd be nice to, make some videos again back and forth if we both have the time. And I mentioned Wayman earlier in this video, and Wayman, if you watch this video, I had no idea that you were reading Eisenman, Robert Eisenman, James the Brother of Jesus. I know there are a number of users here on YouTube who know that I read James the Brother of Jesus and were really adamant about me making videos on that book. But as I'm sure you know, James the Brother of Jesus is huge, because Eisenman it goes on and on and on, and I put notes and stuff, but I still feel like I need to read huge portions of that book again. But anyway, you made a reference to two books that he's coming out with. It's a 2-volume set, and I checked them out on Amazon, and I was kind of confused because it seemed like what these two books were sort of like his shortening of his original thesis in James the Brother of Jesus and the New Testament Code, which I have that book right there. It's okay, I can't point. I'm an idiot. Right up there is that gray book. Of course, everything behind me looks dark and gray, but that huge hardcover that's at the top there is the New Testament Code, and those are like the two books, right? And they're huge. And so when I was checking out on Amazon what the deal with these two books that have come out this year, this part 1 and part 2, they almost look like they were just like shortened versions of those two books. So you said that you had them in a digital form. I don't know if you've actually read. Well, I don't know what you read of Eisenman. I think you said you were reading James the Brother of Jesus. But anyway, let me know if those 2 volumes that you have of the books that he just came out with, whether those are worth buying or not. Are they just rehashes or what? Because I couldn't really tell. They sort of sounded like they were in the synopsis of Amazon, but I would take your word for it over what Amazon says. So yeah, so I'd like to, jump back into things with Wayman and with Farhan. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like I said, I'm going to make videos in the future just talking about where I stand on things. It was funny. I've gone through a lot of self-reflection. I was thinking about this idea of making videos and vlogging, and I realized that I'm at this point now where I'm not trying to debate people anymore. I'm not trying to convince people of anything anymore. I'm at this point where I just want to vlog. I just want to get my views out there and have really great conversations with people. Not that I necessarily will agree with everybody, but have interesting conversations about theology and psychology and the things that really matter to me. So staying true to the things I love the most, since I just hit on theology, I like to hit on psychology. I'm going to put a link in the description section of a great website I found called, it is personalitypage.com, which is all about psychological types, personality types. I would like to basically link that and have everybody take a look at it, because I think that some of the great descriptions, some of the best simplified descriptions, straightforward descriptions of psychological types that I've seen on a website. So yeah, I'll link that, and like I said, I guess this is an update video. I just decided to come on here and say all of this, but expect, hopefully, knock on wood, more videos from me in the near future of various topics. And like I said, I hope Farhan and Wayman will go back and forth with me on maybe something in the near future. So yeah, hope you're all doing good. Thank you all for watching. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Almighty God be with you all, and peace be with you all.